fastened together, the stress could create fatigue failure in the fuselage after thousands of flights. What would happen if you had a fatigue failure at altitude?
The plane will fall apart at the joints where we're talking about. Once you fall apart, you're going to descend all the way to the ground.
You think the plane could literally break apart in air?
Absolutely.
But Boeing tells NBC News we are fully confident.
Once again, we're avoiding all passengers,
So I'm going to be flying Boeing. So I'm flying American, and all the flights, all the connecting flights are Boeing planes. That's super reassuring, a nice recognized brand like Boeing. And what's also reassuring is this. Always found it weird that airports had gate C4. You know how hotels always have the 13th floor blocked off on elevators? You would think airports would have C4 blocked off. You know, just go from C3 to C5. Like, can you imagine if you're a Middle Eastern guy and you gotta tell a gate agent that you have C4? Say, what gate do you have? I have C4. And then he just gets tased right there.
I get plenty of protein. Let me tell you, I get plenty of protein. I like the way you guys laugh. I feel like I'm doing comedy in Anne Frank's basement or some shit. Good journey. Let it out, guys. Please, come on. Flew in on a Boeing plane. I risked my fucking life for this show in a mall.
I don't drink alcohol anymore, so I love liquid death because being sober still somehow threatens my masculinity, so I like how hardcore this can looks. It's 1:25 a.m. My flight departs at 5 a.m. I'm debating just going straight to the airport right now because there might be Ubers now, but there might not be Ubers at 3 a.m. in a town like Columbus. Just admiring some of the art here. We got some portraits here of some very hardcore Republicans. TSA stopped me for my tripod. They said it looked like a rifle, and then they asked, "What's this for?" And I said, "Well, shooting content." My dad actually worked at Boeing somehow. To describe what my dad is like, I'm gonna have to speak in code so that way I don't piss off the algorithm. So my dad used to sell a lot of math. You know what I mean? The type of math that keeps you up all night, that type of math. And he used to sell a lot of coke. You know what I mean? He was a big time coke distributor. And not the 1980s Michael Jackson color, the 1990s Michael Jackson color of coke. Because coke involved his favorite soda, baking soda. My dad's eyes don't line up correctly because he was hit in the head with a baseball bat over a Coca-Cola distribution deal, if you understand what I'm saying. That's the type of guy he is. This is the last photo I have with my father. It was 10 years ago. I hadn't seen him in 10 years at that point as well. And he was in a rehab facility against his will. He was locked up because he started lighting homeless people's tents on fire because he was so drunk. That's the type of guy that he is. Anyway, that guy worked for Boeing.
The mounting pressure on Boeing following the in-flight blowout of a door plug on that Alaska Airlines flight a week ago.
Now to new details about that deadly engine explosion on a Southwest flight. New video shows the panic on board, understandably so. As Southwest faces more criticism this morning, the airline is it taking too long to inspect its fleet? ABC's Lindsay Janis has more on that. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Robin. Southwest is defending itself, saying that although it opposed suggested regulations last year, it did take steps to improve safety. It comes as more cell phone video emerges from passengers who feared for their lives.
Southwest is the worst. They had a lady get sucked out of the window. Remember that? All it takes is 1 second. You're playing Angry Birds. That's it. That's why I hate those announcements. The way pilots announce stuff in the sky, they're always whispering and mumbling, like they're trying to slip something by you. Slightly breezy. We'll fuck around and find out. Scary as hell, man.
The FAA has since cleared the plane to fly, but some experts are now issuing warnings about the plane. A new piece from the LA Times features interviews from former Boeing employees, including an engineer who says he would, quote, tell his family to avoid the MAX. He also says Boeing's current strategy to deal with the plane is like, quote, whack-a-mole.
Of the death of a former Boeing employee turned whistleblower. 62-year-old John Barnett found dead on Friday.